Hey, how's it going out there, guys? Welcome to the show. Got a great one lined up for you. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see how it goes. These shows are always great because you just don't know what's going to happen. I love it. If you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Now, before we get to I don't know what's going to happen, I'd like to take care of a couple admin notes. So, a shout out to my patrons. Here we go. Felix Hung, James Mays, Bootman, Eagle Plane and Anchor. How's it going out there, Matt? Steve Ohm, Texas Mike, Fireball X, Erwin Yansons, Nathan Thompson, Unicorn Laser Eyes, Jesse, Degas, Mikkel, Mars, Sampson, and Anthony Conte. These are my patrons. Most of them, 95%, have been with me from the absolute beginning. So shout out to those guys. Without you, this ain't going to happen. Also, see what we got here. Let me put this up. Let me convert over. And I'd like to talk about the website. And I've been monitoring this over the past few weeks. I have over 17,000 hits on this site since its inception, right around the beginning of April. So it's a lot more than I expected. Even in my wildest hopes, I was pleasantly shocked. I'm prouder than a game rooster. And surprisingly, I thought that Proofs of the Creator right here was going to take the #1 spot, and keep it. But it looks like Flat Earth Proofs have taken it over. Just by a small margin, but it's taken it over. So I'm not going to complain about that. Both those subsites right there, it's got tons of information. Tell your friends. All these links that I'm going to go over today are already in the info box in the bottom of this video, in the description box. So thanks a lot. Like I said, tell your family and friends. Put this website out to them. There's just boatloads of information on each of these subtopics. Also like to bring up the Quantum Eraser store. I haven't talked about this in a while. Again, pleasantly surprised on how many people have bought things off this site. We're getting a lot of new, how would you want to say, merchandise coming down the line. But these have been flying off the shelves. Like I said before, I put the profit margin down as much as I could. The material is quality. A lot of people have ordered off of this, and I have also. And I wear it all the time, everywhere I go. In fact, I got this guy right here. Right? The premium pullover hoodie. It's outstanding material. Doesn't fall apart. The colors don't bleed. All the reports that I've gotten back from people ordering stuff off this site report that the quality of the materials is outstanding. So, and like I said, the website or the link to this site is in the description box below. So rock on. Thank you very much. Also, one last item. Looking at Miggy's website. He's over at 24/7. What Miggy's been doing over the past, I would say 3 or 4 days, is putting all of my audio clips and putting them under his channel. And there's going to be a lot more clips here. Right now, as you can see, he's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is going to do nothing but get larger. So if you want to hear the audio clips, and Betty, if you could do me a favor, if you could put a link to Miggy's channel, I'd appreciate that. So you can visit his site, subscribe, right? The live shows go out on 24/7 each day. This one's live right now, but get ready for more clips. They're bite size, and so far, nothing but positive feedback from those. All right. Seems like admin is taken care of. Who we got on the panel out there? Sound off.
Well, me?
Is it only you?
Oh, the rest is on mute.
Well, you go ahead and take them off mute then.
Okay, well, if you give me permission to, I will.
Give you permission. That doesn't. You're just doing that for the show. You don't ask me for permission.
You're the big boss here, then, aren't you?
Say again? What did you rumpus me
You're
with?
the big boss. The big boss.
Oh, the big boss now. But when the show ends, it's like, what are you doing?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
To keep you in check.
Yeah, that's right. I need somebody to do that.
Okay, I'll unmute Flatzoid. I think you already asked in the BALLBUSTERS chat. Hi, Flatzoid.
Hey guys. Hi. Thanks for the hospitality. Come an hour early to get muted.
We got someone called Crit.
What's up, Crit?
Hi, Crit.
Hi, good afternoon. How's it going?
Good.
I went around to all the atheist globalist echo chambers and told them open forum. Come ask QE questions. And that posted, they argued about what open forum was, and we had a debate. I go, you guys have never taken a survey college class in your life, have you? You get to ask a professor anything, and they have to entertain your question or look like a complete hypocrite. Come sound off. The best I can hear is Ratio Swan. He joined, so that's at least one globalist is coming to the class.
I don't know about a class. Like I said, it's an open panel. I don't know how this is going to go or what material is going to be brought up. I think Adam's supposed to come along and bring up a topic, but like I said, it's up in the air. It's nothing but chance now.
On Gamma Panda, they said that they would give me a list of questions to ask for them. I go,
no, I don't do that.
If you want to show up yourself and sound off, what's the worst that can happen? They're like, oh, yelled at. I'm like, you've never been yelled at before? Never in your life.
Gonna get yelled at.
A clip in 24/7's Mickey's channel.
Gonna get yelled at. They're not gonna get yelled at. I mean, I don't know what type of yelling you could do with these couple comments that came out this week, and these are gonna be on Miggy's channel too. So, a straight line is curved as long as that curved line is somewhat going straight. that's one, right? Oh my Lord! And then from both of these comments came from one person, and it's a veteran, high priest. The next comment was, "What is spherical trigonometry?" I don't know what to say to that. I'm not surprised. How can you not know what spherical trigonometry is after being in the flat earth, globe earth debate over 4 years? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. So have them come over and ask those questions. My word. All right, what else we got?
Well, I got Brian's Logic here also.
What's up, Brian?
Hey everybody, hey QE, hey Betty. Well, not much to say yet at the moment. I'm waiting for a topic to come along.
You're waiting for a topic? That's a good idea.
Any requests?
Yeah.
Would be nice if Globe actually brought the topic for once.
The globe?
I think it would be nice if they brought the topic for once.
Yeah.
Not a religious assertion.
Oh, you're talking about the globe believers. The globe isn't going to show up here. I'm going to tell you that. All right, let me get rid of these guys.
Well, there's many people that on the news and everything else that they, when you see them in their offices, they have a globe model there in the room.
They do?
Haven't you noticed that yeah, in movies and all kinds of other places, in classrooms, there's always that model of a globe.
Yes, but if you have that model, it makes you look intelligent.
Does it?
It's supposed to.
It sounds, for me, it's sort of indoctrination, I think. Like subliminal message of, look
Say,
at this,
say that one more time.
subliminal.
Yeah. Okay, you got it.
Is it good?
Yeah, you
Oh.
did. It sounded pretty good. Yeah, you that stick save.
Okay. Don't make me say it's freaking 10 times more, because then I get sort of
Yeah, I
nervous.
won't. All right, since everything's going slow, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let's go back to Sonny. I'm gonna play a song. Now, Sonny, he's all that in a bag of chips. So I'm gonna play this song. People in the Hangout's not gonna hear it, but everyone out there in YouTube land will hear it. So I'm gonna play this song from Sonny, and you have to guess it. You have to guess the group and the name of the song. Now, this is low-hanging fruit. You guys should get this one quite easily. So, here we go. All right, there you go. Let's see what we got. Let's see if anyone's brave enough to step out there. We need the band, name of the song. I can monitor this now, too. Thanks, YouTube. It's actually working. Go ahead.
I have two, but damn, you can play a riff.
I didn't hear you.
Said no clue, but he plays a riff very well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Sonny, he's smoking, man. As long as he can hear the song once, right? This guy can play it over again. I can't believe it. I mean, I can't fathom that type of talent. I don't have it. So let's see what we got. Somebody guessed the correct group, and that was Slow Mo Moon Buggy. Good job. They guessed the correct group. There's that damn phone going on. So the correct group is Leonard Skinner. What's the song? What's the song? Okay, you're out of here.
Who's out of here?
Darn
I'm
phone,
guessing the phone.
hasn't rung in all day, and then when my show goes on, it starts ringing like it like 10 rings right in a row. Probably give me notifications that you know ex-presidents are banned from certain platforms. Thanks, clowns.
Oh, there he is.
Huh.
Right.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Nope. Slow Mo
And you
Moon
luckily
Buggy.
ignored.
Hold on, we're going on to something more important, Betty. Slow
Yeah,
Mo.
well, I was going to.
Slow Mo Moon Buggy. It is not. Give me back my bullets. He's the only one guessing.
Yeah.
This isn't catching on, man. This has to catch fire. Come on now.
Well, there's only 68 people watching it, so that
Well,
might be.
that's enough.
Well, that doesn't mean that everybody is knowing all your freaking songs that you like.
Yeah, it's Oh, songs. Okay, I thought you were gonna say my songs. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know these guys.
You never heard that before?
European. I like European songs.
Do they make songs in Europe?
Yeah.
They sing the polka.
Oh, they do polkas. That's it. Okay, fair enough. Nah, I'm only kidding.
Oh, I'm late for my wooden shoe dances.
Oh yeah, the wooden shoes. Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, those clogs of fashion.
YouTube. It's not Sweet Home Alabama. No. Couple more, and then I'll give it to you. I'm shocked that no one got this. No, it's not Freebird. No, it's not Gimme 3 Steps. Who was it again? Yeah, not Leonard Skinhead. Leonard Skinnerd. Pronounced Leonard Skinnerd. That's an album, by the way, from them. Gimme 3 Steps. It's not Gimme 3 Steps. Couple more, and then I'll let you know. I'll let you know who it was. I'm not seeing it. I may have missed it though. Let me scroll up. The print is kind of small here. Got my glasses off and everything. It's still really small. I need a magnifying glass.
Or an optician.
Hey. Keep this a family show. Okay. Okay. Stairway to Heaven. Leonard Skinner didn't play Stairway to Heaven. That was Led Zeppelin. Jeez.
Well, maybe you'd have to do some
Or-
other shit on another channel.
On the
and
Hunt?
Go along with music. Huh?
It's on the hunt.
I'm just looking through a list. Like I said, I don't know Leonard Skinner.
Oh, you're just taking a stab at it. All right, I'll give it up. It's Working for MCA. That's the name of the song. So there it is. Working for MCA. Leonard Skinner. Great song.
1974.
Is that what it? Yep, 19. That sounds about right. Yep. All right, let's put you down. All righty then. Back to the group. All right, guys. Well, there's no one coming in. I guess everyone forgot. This is a new time also, and the times for the show will have switched from 1 p.m. Central to 2 p.m. Central Time, and that's 8 p.m. UK. That could be a problem too, because a lot of people that they're not paying attention. Adam.
Oh, I'm in a good mood today.
That's all right.
Well, we
That's
got
all
a glober here. Maybe he has something to bring up to defend his globe.
Logical dictator?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Let him loose. Be
Okay.
nice.
I have unmuted you, logical dictator. Anything maybe to bring to the table for your globe belief?
He might not be listening. He's in chat right now. The live stream text, just tearing it up.
Thanks for participating.
It's
Good,
as empty as his theory for space.
Yeah, you got. I'm also like Control V. That's Mr. Giggles or Crookshanks. I've been trying to get him in here too, since he's back on the server. Be like, hey, dude, just join and talk. He says, nope, won't talk to QE. Won't even ask him a question in the open forum. Nope, Flat Earth is defeated. You're done. It's
Really?
over. Yeah.
Interesting.
The
Sounds
control
like they're
V
running
is
to me.
Giggles?
Yeah, basically, well, he said he come out swinging because he came back with a new account this morning. And he
Okay.
said, why are you still a flat earther? You've been wrecked so many times. It's
Yeah,
bizarre."
we don't really care what they say in chat. I'm not going over what the comments in chat. Don't worry about them. If they don't come in, I'm not concerned with them.
Yeah, I got you. The only reason why I mentioned it because he comes in swinging that hard, But when it's time to actually put his voice to his words like a man, they can't.
Yeah.
They're just trolls. You know, they're just trolling for for attention at this point.
Yep. And they're getting it from you.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, someone has feeding the troll, has to get to feed the trolls.
Yeah. Brian, are you there?
He was.
Don't be shy. Oh,
Well, he's-
he's come off mute, but Brian, jump out and jump back in, sir.
problem.
Check, radio check.
I thought I heard something, but
Yeah, I heard something too right before he left. Now he's back.
yeah, I have to mute him.
Go ahead, Brian.
Hello.
Yeah,
hear me
we
now?
got you now. Yeah.
What was the question?
Go ahead, give me a radio check.
112. Can you hear me?
1-1 check, radio check. 1-2 1-2 1-2. Eggplant.
1-2 1-2 1-2. Eggplant.
That's good. You're good to go. So I did notice a video from you earlier this week, and I think it was in rebuttal to somebody about, was it the Coriolis effect?
Yeah. It was in a rebuttal to Mr. Sensible. He asked me to make a video out of the blue detailing the Coriolis effect, and he just told me he was going to debunk it. That was his exact words.
Mhm.
So he made a video detailing the conservation of linear momentum.
What?
Yeah. he even did a demonstration of linear momentum, the conservation of linear momentum, with dropping a tennis ball out of a car window, a moving car. So what they're detailing, really, what they're trying to do is what we're calling globiolus. Is what they do is they take the conservation of angular momentum, they make it a continual thing. So in their narrative, if you leave the surface of the globe Earth, you will retain the momentum, angular momentum of the globe. And it's continual. You don't lose that momentum like you do in reality. But then what they're actually doing is, what they're actually claiming is the conservation of miles per hour momentum. Because in their narrative, if you leave the equator at the equator of the globe Earth and you go north or south, then the distance around their globe at any other latitude is going to be less in miles around, let's just say. And they're trying to claim that if, let's say, you leave their globe out at the equator, which is about 1,040 miles per hour, miles per hour, it would be moving at if you were to use miles per hour, and you go 30 degrees north or south, well, it's moving. If you want to use a miles per hour, it's moving at a less miles per hour at that rate, at that other latitude. But that's not the conservation of angular momentum, as angular velocity and angular speed are both measured in radians. So the whole thing is moving around at the same rate. But they're trying to say that if you went north or south from the equator, that you're going to be moving faster than, let's just say, the 30 degrees north or south of the equator. So they say that is an actual deviation. That's their version of the Coriolis, what they're calling Coriolis, which is actually globiolus. But you still don't deviate. You're still going in a straight line. It's that the globe didn't catch up with you. This is their mentality.
Yeah, I could
Is
see.
anyone following that?
Yeah, I could see that they don't know what the Coriolis effect is, number one. Number two, they're getting confused between linear and angular momentum. They don't know what these conservation laws are. It's quite I could say it blanketly, too. I have yet to hear a single glober in over 4.5 years define linear and especially angular momentum correctly. If you're saying angular momentum and you're talking about the object that's leaving the rotating reference frame, you're a soup sandwich, right? And you're going to get exposed really fast. Craig, fight the flat earth.
And how long would you, sorry, Huey, how long would you be able to conserve momentum anyway?
Well, it depends. It's what you're, yeah, but what momentum are we talking about?
Well, according to them, it's angular momentum.
Can't be angular. Is the thing that's leaving the rotating reference frame rotating?
Exactly.
Spin or orbital? Then it's not angular momentum. See, the key phrase in that term is angular. As soon as you say angular, and if miles per hour, like tangential speed, any relation that is the next thing that comes out of your mouth, you are a pretender clown from the numpty world of dipnumptery. And you're going to get exposed really quick. It's going to be a lot of fun. They don't know what they're talking about. The conservation of momentum, either linear or angular, has nothing to do with the Coriolis effect whatsoever. Have that. What you do, if they do claim those things, have them define their terms, and you'll see right away. On a couple of occasions, some ballers came out on Nathan's show, and they said, yeah, it's the conservation of momentum. I said, can you define that? And they ran. They just dropped from the call. So that's what you do. Oh, and this is it's an overall concept. Is when you jump into an argument, most people, they're all hyped up. They're not thinking on their feet. Define terms. So you guys and those guys know what you're talking about. So you can communicate. And the audience can understand the argument. Because if you don't do that, somebody's going to get frustrated. I mean, it's going to happen anyway, right? The frustration and the angst levels already, pegged. And then you add on that the terms haven't been defined. You're talking about one thing, or they're talking about one thing, and you're thinking of another, or they're thinking of another. It is just going to spiral, right? Serious gamma spiral, and nothing's going to come of it. So that would be my advice whenever you talk or text. Make sure you define the terms. If they appeal to semantics, laugh in their face, right? Because, semantics. That's what every argument or communication is based on. Yeah, there's not a negative connotation to that term or phrase. My word.
Most of the pushback I've gotten from the Globers on this, since I made my last globiolus video, is that they are trying to put the claim on me that I'm claiming that the conservation of angular momentum is being measured in miles per hour. And I have to very diligently point out to them that that is actually their claim in their model. And they do then try and use, and exactly what you said, Kiwi, they're trying to throw in then tangential velocity. They're not understanding that it's measured, that angular velocity and angular speed are measured in radians, which means if you have a rotating body, the whole of the rotating body, if it's a solid body, is all moving around at the exact same amount of radians. No matter what part you're on, you're still moving around at the same rate.
Not rate. Be careful. Be careful. See, that's where you get into trouble. Not at the same rate. Their angular velocity.
What's the correct term?
Yeah. See, when you say rate, that immediately invokes speed, right? So you got to be hyper specific. Be real careful of the terms that you use, right? They all have the same angular velocity on anything that's rotating. They don't have the same tangential speed. Got it?
Yeah. My argument with the ballers about that, I do get that, and I appreciate what you're saying. My argument with the ballers is that angular speed is also measured in radians. So they still can't argue about tangential velocity or miles per hour.
Oh my goodness.
So that's where I'm at with them.
All right. So what came out of it? Did they expose themselves? Whoever was it, Mr. Insensible?
Well, he hasn't made a video back yet, because I made a video detailing that he actually what he actually was talking about. Then I made another video detailing the globiolus force. What they are basically what they did is they made a mutation of the conservation of angular momentum and mutation and made up. They just made up a mathematical using miles per hour, made up a mathematical deviation, actual deviation, but there actually isn't a deviation.
They use miles per hour?
Yeah, for their conservation of angular momentum in their globiolus. They're using miles per hour. So what they say is that if you're rotating at the equator, let's say you are conserving the momentum at their equator, and you go north or south, then you're going to be moving faster within the globe when you go north or south.
You mean they're going to be?
You don't seem to understand the whole thing.
You mean they're going to be rotating because they're using angular momentum? So if they're leaving the rotation reference frame, then they're still rotating? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, but they're rotating in miles per hour. That's the thing about it. So if they're rotating at 1,040 miles per hour, when they go north, still think they're rotating at 1,040 miles per hour. So if they come into a place that's they're saying is 800 miles per hour, then they say they're moving 200 miles per hour faster. That causes an actual deviation.
No, not at the conservation of angular.
Yeah, I know. This is my argument with them. They don't know what it is. The whole thing is convolution. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy. It's even crazy talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Convolution is, I don't know if there's a term that adequately describes that nonsense. What? I don't know. All right. Well, cool. Yep. Maybe in another 2 years, they'll figure out what angular momentum versus tangential speed versus linear momentum. I don't know. It could be longer, like 5 years. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What else is up, man? If there's not too much up, we're not going to be here for all that long. This is going to be a short one. What do you think, Betty?
What do you think? What?
What do you think about a short one?
Never for it.
No, you're not for short ones. All right.
I got.
Go ahead, Crit.
Oh.
Go ahead, Crit.
So, for Discord stuff, like, is there a way of making a Nathan Oakley after show that can't get dumped on all day long by globalist?
We're not talking about admin here. This isn't an admin show. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, this is subject specific. No admin. All right. Unless I talk about admin, I'm the only one that can talk about it.
Oh,
Roger that.
You're the big boss.
Yeah, but that's not Discord admin. That's channel admin. That's other important admin.
That's kind of why I got. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So what is the thing with 24/7? I think Miggy sent a couple of your sort of sound bites on his channel, but what are you doing there all the time, huh?
What am I doing there all the time? I love Miggy.
Oh, you're just there for Miggy, huh?
I love Miggy. Yeah, there's a big bromance going on.
So, what are the topics that they now talk about there? What's the big thing?
Well, recently the arena's getting fired up again. So over the past, I would say 3 days, last night it just got overwhelmed by young gamers who thought that they were telling us what's what. They got a rude awakening. So, so it's really Miggy is holding their feet to the fire, and he's more, how would you want to say, diplomatic about things until absolute nonsense comes out. So there's a lot of that,
But is that
And
very fast that it happens?
again,
That the nonsense happens very fast.
it usually does because we got a bunch of fast talking gamers that think they know everything and they're lecturing. And the whole point of the arena and anything we discuss in that vicinity is evidence, not rhetoric. Evidence. So that's
and
Go ahead.
backing up your claims.
Go ahead.
Backing up your claims.
I checked those guys in yesterday, the main guy who runs the server. And right away they came in with a script. And their script was that they had a friend who's autistic that they game with, and he believes a flat earth. So they want to introduce him to another group of autistic people that he can hang out with. Then so I took them all into one room. I said, okay, let me hear your script, right? Because right away you can spot a troll a mile away. And they were so bad at practicing their script that none of them wanted to be the autistic friend, but they all had an autistic friend. I'm like, so which one are you? And it really broke their script down quick. So then I said, hey, how about you just listen on the live stream for a while and let me know what questions you have for Flat Earth. So they come back and they want questions and answers and stuff. I go, you guys aren't going to last long asking that type of stuff. The typical stuff like where's the edge, what's underneath, that type of stuff. Like really like Flat Earth Society stuff. Even though I told them it's not Flat Earth Society. So pretty quick they got thrown to a gladiator role because they just weren't capable of having a conversation on the live stream. So then he messaged me and says, hey, come join our server. We talk about politics and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, yeah, not right now, maybe later. So then this morning I click on the link, joined his server. I'm on there for about 20 minutes and he bans me. Posts in all caps, because I got a friend, other people who joined too. Post in all caps, like just screaming, who gave our Discord link out to Flat Earthers? That he's going to kick them too.
Oh,
So-
brother.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
got defeated so badly in the arena that the last thing now is to basically circle their wagons and form an echo chamber after they just invited you over to their house.
Yep.
It
was bad.
The level of nasty, and then he also sent one to Jin too, and they sent, I guess, apparently sent Jin a bunch of racist comments.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
Yeah.
even going to hint at what they are because they're that bad.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
all about the skin color, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I
that's okay. Yeah, that's it. So, Resamars, how do you say that?
Samsara.
Resamsara, how's it going? I took you off mute because you requested. How's it going, sir?
Doing good. I'm arguing with a bunch of toxic people, and they cited that two objects in a vacuum are falling at the same rate. I say they took out all resistance, so they're just gonna fall at the same rate. And he's claiming gravity. So he's asking, why are they falling? That is a good question, and I need to know that because
You need-
GloBusters removed their video, and I don't know how.
You need the answer to that. Number one, they put you in a vacuum. Can you tell me where there is a vacuum is in nature? That is a high, very high, or extremely high vacuum anywhere in nature.
I don't know.
Yeah, there isn't. So they're already putting you into a medium that doesn't exist in nature, and then all bets are off the table. Then I just kill it right there. Now, if you want to get into a discussion about gravity and hows and whys, that's a long discussion. If you check the last BALLBUSTERS just last week, the subject was gravity. So there, it has all your answers right there.
What did you just say again? Sorry. Can you repeat it though?
Starting from where?
You said that there is no area on Earth that has a vacuum.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so there is no high, very high, or extremely high vacuum existing in nature. So So that's where they're putting you for their little story about gravity, which doesn't exist, by the way. Now, if you want to get into the particulars of gravity, I just ran a BALLBUSTERS last Saturday, and the topic was gravity. So just go on my channel, hit playlist, hit BALLBUSTERS after show, and it'll be the last one on the list that just played. And it has all your answers that you need for gravity.
And it'll explain why things fall regardless.
It'll explain why things fall? No.
It'll explain why things fall down and not left,
well,
right,
not
up.
not everything falls down, goes boom boom, goes splash splash. So that's the next problem, right? Because not everything does that. Especially gases. And the gases in our atmosphere, they don't do that. So their initial premise that things, yeah, some things fall down, go boom boom, go splash splash, but not all things. So to be a natural law, see, I'm going to get into this science, into the gravity, right? I don't want to do that. So what I'm saying is just go back to the last BALLBUSTERS. Just hit my playlist, BALLBUSTERS after show, or you go to BALLBUSTERS, doesn't matter. The last show should be gravity.
BALLBUSTERS. There ain't no GlobeBusters anymore?
No, I'm not GlobeBusters. I'm BALLBUSTERS.
Okay.
And I hear Betty typing in the background, and I will guarantee you that she is getting you that link.
Well, I
Cool.
was doing something else, but okay. I
Oh,
will
were you
get
doing something else? See?
Well, I watched in the chat, right? I was doing it. I was sort of having the Teespring link in the chat, right?
Yes.
Mentioned it today and earlier in the
Yes.
in the beginning. So I need to get the link from the last BALLBUSTERS. Is that the case?
Yeah, could you do that for him? It's the BALLBUSTERS after show.
Yeah, I will do that right
Yeah.
after.
Thank you. So is that good, Sam?
I guess.
I guess.
There was a GlobeBusters video, and it's gone now. But I don't really know what they explained. That it was like something about magnets and how it all explained why things fall down.
Fall down, go boom,
I don't
boom,
know.
go splash, splash.
It
Yeah.
was GlobeBusters. And
Yeah, the GlobeBusters
Oh,
pushes
that's pretty-
they push what dielectric magnetism.
yeah, dielectric magnetism. That was
Well, that's
probably it.
like I said again. I'm not GlobeBusters. Hold on, Brian. Every time you open up your mic, it sounds like a busted chainsaw. So, Sam, again, I'm not GlobeBusters. I'm BALLBUSTERS, and the explanations about gravity and how we debunk that are in that last video. So pull that up. If you have any questions on that, then don't hesitate. You can always catch me in here. Just assign it to me, put my name on it, and then, if there's any questions, go ahead and you can also PM me if you want.
So where's that link?
Or DM. Man, listen to him, Betty. He's like, where's that link, man?
It's the link of the last after show, right? That was it, right?
Yes. He probably wants you to put it in BALLBUSTERS Live right here in the stream text right here.
Oh, I also got it here.
Yeah, he's quite the man. I like how direct he is. So where's my link at, man?
Yeah, well, I'm the secretary, the busy buddies.
Yeah.
Got it here.
Arwin just entered the chat. Oh, before we talk to Arwin, you good, Sam?
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the live one, but I need to get the after show.
The live one, I think, was gravity also, wasn't it?
It was the birthday of the Black Swan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Just get the after show and he's hooked up. Thank you. She'll post it in here, Sam. All right, good. Arwin, what's going on, man?
Got it.
Hey, hello.
Yeah.
I just came in late.
That's okay.
I just noticed it in Skype.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
I bet you have. So what is it about? What are we talking about today?
It's an open panel, so it's fair. Everything's fair game. We discussed a little bit of gravity. I didn't want to go too deep into it. Like I said, because there's so many presentations on it. We talked about Brian's endeavoring to persevere to get the conservation of angular momentum out of the ball-tards. How would you say? What's the thing that holds the arrows?
A quiver.
A quiver. That's what it is. He's attempting to rip that out by the roots, but it's hard. They continue to confuse the Coriolis effect with the conservation of angular momentum, conservation of linear momentum, when it doesn't have anything to do with either of those. And moreover, they don't know what the conservation laws are. So they confuse speed and radians. It's so convoluted. I'd just stay away from it until you're directly addressed by it. But the remedy I told them, or for anyone out there, is to define your terms immediately. When you're in an argument that is a voice argument or a text argument, define those terms immediately. And once they define them, I do that for a reason. Number one, for communication. Number two, sometimes the light will go on in their head if they define them. Most of them don't know what those terms and phrases mean. They're just parroting it, you know the deal. They're just mindlessly parroting them. They can't apply anything because there's no substance beneath it. But if they can't define them, then you expose them quick for not knowing what they're talking about, right? And then you can go ahead and define it and then expose them even more when it makes no sense. How about that?
Well, that sounds sensible to me.
Yep.
But yeah, they go on a compass, a lot of the ballers, and especially a lot of newcomers, on just going on just saying it and just taking that for granted.
Yes.
And that works well enough among the general public, so they just assume that that is the way to do it. And yeah, you got to get real with them. So exactly.
Oh yeah, we get real with them. They come peddling that disheveled nonsense this direction. It's going to get flambasted. And then I'm going to eviscerate it and then feed its entrails to my wolf pups.
Kind of like that
Well,
old
they've
man
just
that
discovered
thought
a
that
new
not
pack on
understanding
the-
gravity was still good enough ground to use it in an argument.
I love it when two Hollanders rumpus each other.
Contradict each other.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was going on the wolf packs.
The wolf pack? No, wolf pups.
Yeah, I know, but there is also a wolf pack attached to that, right? And there is just discovered here in Holland a wolf pack.
Oh, really? You guys have woods.
Well, apparently we have wolves.
You have woods and wolves? I didn't know you had any trees left
Wolves.
over there.
And so
yeah.
Gretel. They
They're
got
not
witches
very
too.
vast. They're not very vast woods, but there are some, a couple of little ones.
You got
Something's
a couple.
wrong.
What?
This link you sent me? Oh.
What's wrong with it?
There's two links, eh?
Oh, fuck. I got it from
Watch the
Logical
language
Dictator.
there, friend.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's the bottom link, not the episode 53 Ballbusters. It's the bottom link on here.
I grabbed the wrong link. And
Yeah,
it was
now-
your link.
Now, what you do to make it quick, let me give you a bit of advice. To make it quick, if you're looking for something specifically, especially on gravity, go ahead and not scroll, but hover, take the timeline, and wait till you see the whites of my presentation screen, and then you're golden. I'll save you some time. Good?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead,
Could I
Brian.
say something too?
Go ahead, Brian.
Thanks. Reese and Sarah, my advice to you is to ask them, is to not get involved in a big debate about gravity with them because you don't know enough about it. Just ask them for the hypothesis for gravity and hypothesis test and leave it at that. And whatever they give you, just bring it back here.
It's a very good point. Resam that he just brought up, and I should have told you that. If you're looking for any hows and whys or mechanisms, and it's a natural phenomena, then they must have experimental validation for it. So that's a good point. Thanks, Brian.
But then he has to have the knowledge of IV and DV though. Just the basics at least.
Yep. Very true.
Debate it himself. Just get it and come back with it. Don't debate it. Just get it and leave.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're learning.
Agreed, Brian. You made another good point. I should have said that also. If you're not, familiar with the topic, and I wouldn't be getting into any deep discussion until you have an acumen with gravity, all sides and bases covered. Good points, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, if you don't have enough knowledge, it's pretty shameful.
All
So
righty
you said
then.
You
Alright.
said on 24/7 you had a couple of arena fights. Is that something that is going to be on this channel as well?
Okay, say that one more time, Betty. I didn't hear you.
You might have the arena challenges. Are you in those? And will we see them on this channel?
Oh, the debates. Yes. There's a number of debates. All the debates that I've done, I've taken from the arena, or I would say 99% of them are from the arena. Yeah, there's going to be a couple more coming. Co-show. Co-show, Mr. Evolutionary Biology. What a train wreck that was. That's going to be coming up. I don't know what I'm going to run those. There's one with a university physics student also coming up. And there could be a couple more. I have to go through the ones last night because they got a little heated. And I'm not going to put debates up here that you can't hear what's going on. So I got to go ahead and review that, and I'll do that this evening. But yeah, there's a couple more in the pipeline, definitely. Hopefully more.
Yeah, because the arena is more structured, isn't it?
Yes. So there's less people getting involved. It's only the two principals and the moderator.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to any other, go to another like debate channel where there's globies and flat earthers, and everyone over talks each other. You can't get anything out of it. Right? Except you might get a couple new insults that you can sport, but that's about it.
It's almost by design they do it that way because they know there's more globalists and flat earthers. They just try to create as much audio chaos as possible.
Exactly. You got it. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah, but it's a way of obfuscating when you ask something.
Yep. I was listening to a show today. I couldn't believe it. The question was clear, and I said, you know what? There might be an actual discussion on this. And as soon as he stopped, another guy came in. I ain't going to mention any name. Another guy came in and asked a completely different question outside the total subject of what he was talking about, of flat earth. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting there. Why would you do that? And Crit, you're right. Exactly. It's an immediate diversion, obfuscation. I don't know. What do these people think when other people are listening to this discussion? Do they think that other people don't catch on that you're obfuscating? Are you that stupid to think that other people are stupider than you are? It's preposterous, right? But that's okay. That's why we have the arena, right? We settle matters there. Only evidence comes in there. When rhetoric comes in and you come pretender clowning and half-stepping your way in, you get jacked up. It's just that simple. That's why I like it.
They think they're cloaked until they realize they got no cloaking field in the arena.
Yep. So did that answer your question, Betty?
Yeah. Well, can I shout out to Super Chats for you?
Super chats? I got super chats?
Yeah, you got one from Elijah Freeman. He says, slow talking gamer here. And then LOL. And we got one from Retro Bill, and he says, thanks for all you do, Kiwi. Smash the Super Chat, folks.
Yeah, that's the first two super chats. My super chats haven't been getting a whole lot of those, so thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Oh, I forgot. Last night. Here's Here's one of the. This might make my top 50. Oh, by the way, I only have 2 more comments for the most utterly inane baller comments. Top 50, I've got 48 of them, right? So I only need 2 more. This one might make it. I forgot all about this. It just hit me right now. So the question was, and this was in the arena. It wasn't a one-on-one. It was what they call a free-for-all. It's not really a free-for-all, but I digress. The question was asked, what is your evidence that the Earth is rotating? I'm not kidding you. Here's the answer. Fossils dug up in the desert.
What?
Yep. I'm not. I'll tell you what. You go ahead and listen to Miggy's show last night. I'm going to tell you it's there.
Can you explain how that? Can you explain how that answers your question?
Listen. I'm just telling you what the guy said. I think it was Nathan Thompson that said, "Please provide evidence of the rotation of the Earth." And this guy brought him to a desert and dug up bones. Clocks, dog bones. I didn't know what to do. What do you say to that?
Laugh at him.
There was a lot of that.
The counter to that was, do you deny meteors? That's how bad the conversation. Those were the gamers from that server.
Yeah.
How do you know the Earth rotates? Dinosaur bones. You're like, what? And you're like, how do dinosaur bones prove the Earth rotates? Oh, you're denying meteors? It's like, are you having a stroke right now? I mean, it's like.
Now it's just some quality trolling.
No, Arwen, no. These guys were serious.
I don't believe you.
I'm telling you, you got to listen to it. I'm just saying. Yep.
So did they explain it? How it actually proves rotation?
I took a break. I left at that point and went and did, clean the bathroom.
Well, on Nathan's after show today, the guy said he can prove what was it? Well, we were talking about
the old
Earth
man.
curve and with
that's
gravitational waves in a mountain. Yeah, is it him?
Oh, okay, well then I'm not surprised because that guy gets really confused when he's excited.
He says when you walk through a tunnel, your plumb line changes because of gravitational warping.
The gravitation in the mountain, right?
Yeah.
You got another super chat again.
Go ahead.
And it's from Shadness Bassoon. Says in quotation marks, I vocal all about this. LOL.
That's a good one. Ooh, we got another 10th in here. Thanks a lot, Shatner's Bassoon. That's pretty funny, but the names that people come up, they're very creative. I forgot all about this. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Did he procession that all by himself?
Did he procession that all by himself? Oh my word.
Now the 10th come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not making an 8-figure.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. How can somebody that's supposedly an expert, not an expert, but somebody who knows the Foucault pendulum, how could you say it goes in a figure 8? What possesses you to do that? Now, granted, that's not. Is that worse than not the dog bones, but the dinosaur bones in the desert, explaining why the Earth rotates? I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. It's
who knows what goes on in his head?
Yeah, I don't know either. How about the straight line that's curved? Straight lines are curved as long as the curved line curves in a straight way.
I got an apple because it looks like a banana.
Oh, brother, you're getting away from my straight lines. Oh,
Yeah, well.
man. Okay.
What?
Go ahead.
What the fun?
Well,
oh,
if
sorry.
No, go ahead.
well,
Go
the
ahead, Chris.
point. Sorry,
Oh, one of the funny things that I like to bring up about the arena is where that remember that story in World War II where the people started having a snowball fight right during Christmas Day. Like they were battling it out, duking it out. One side this, the horrible war, trench warfare, and they all just broke down and saw each other's humanity. I say that kind of happened in the arena the one time when R.C. Meisty talked about magnetic pole west. Both sides just erupted in laughter. That it was
Magnetic West is priceless.
yeah, it was like globe Earth people and flat Earth people just stood there and pointed like, are you joking? Was that for real? And then he doubled down on it.
Yes, he did.
and then he still claims that he's a teacher.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't want to be.
Oh, sorry.
I wouldn't want to be his student. Wouldn't want to be his student.
And still to this day, he'll double down on it. Just the other day, where he came in, hot on the Voice, talked about how stupid flat earthers are, and they all need to be banned, and they're trolls. I'm like, dude, you said magnetic west. You can never unring that bell. It's like any room you go into in this conversation, you are the dumbest person here.
Yeah, they have no shame, man. There's no
I
shame.
think
They'll show up the next day. And I know, listen, I don't like the stereotype. I don't like to put them all in a group, but it's hard not to, right? Because most of them do the same thing. I mean, not magnetic west, but, dog bones are clocks. Straight lines are curved as long as they curve in a straight way. What's spherical trigonometry? I never heard of that. Dog bones or clocks. This is typical ball-tard behavior and comments. And like I said, I don't like the stereotype, but it's hard not to. I stop them dead in their tracks when they do that to flat earthers, because not all flat earthers act the same. That's for sure. But
It was like a personal journey. Everyone has their own story how they ended up here.
I think Aram's trying to talk.
Who?
He's muted. Aramastan.
Betty, you got him? Aramistan, you are lighting up, but I am not hearing a single word. So drop out, sir, and come back in.
How they
There you are.
postulate several horizons, geometrical horizon, the apparent horizon, etc., etc.
Hey, Aramistan, can you start over? We didn't hear the first part of your statement.
Yeah, how they, keeping in line, how they postulate several different horizons.
I don't know how they do that. They don't understand. They have a fundamental misunderstanding just with the basic reality. I mean, how can you have more than two? I've never seen more than one horizon everywhere I've looked, ever. So they're a bit confused.
Isn't the definition singular?
Yeah. That's another that's another good point. Like I said, when horizon comes up, make sure to define it. Oh, and I was listening to an actual rocket scientist. It was either early this morning or last night, I can't remember. That he clearly made a distinction between the geometric horizon and apparent horizon. So there's two different horizons. So, of course, apparent horizon is painfully redundant, because the horizon is apparent by definition. That's why I say, define the terms before you speak.
Oh, but remember this one, QE. Oh, well, I don't trust your definitions, QE. You do this every time. Your definitions.
My definitions? They're not mine. I didn't write them.
Who did then?
Well, it just depends on what definition and where you're pulling it from. The
The
source.
rocket science?
If you think about it, it's actually quite funny. The globe is right, the definitions, and it supports a flat Earth.
Very recently, Queeg did that with Quantum in a 1v1.
Queeg?
Challenge.
When was that? Last night?
Yeah. He questioned your definition when we all knew it. He cited definition.
What were we talking about? I can't remember. There was so many of them last night.
That specific one was atmosphere, I believe.
Atmosphere?
It was spinning off into if it's a fixed reference frame. Yeah. Coriolis discussion.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we already went over Coriolis earlier. It's a bad deal. We're not going to do it again. It's too painful. All right. Well, we've been going for about an hour. I think we run out of things to talk about. Hold on a second. Let me see if there was one statement. I looked in chat. Sorry about that, guys. I was looking in chat and I got my attention got drawn elsewhere. Somebody asked, they said, "Can you tell us what the sun is?" Or something to that effect. Whoever asked that, can they post their question again, please? I'm looking through this and I can't find it.
Hey, QE, I got a question.
Go ahead.
It's about that star rotation from the north versus the south pole.
Okay.
What's your take on that?
Depends on who's claiming and what they're going for. Now, I remember when I first come out here, right? And that was Timmy Clown, his argument. And everyone parroted that argument that the stars were spinning in different directions. And I said, well, wait a second. And this was going on for some time. I know it because no one answered it, right? And I'd hear it, like every other day, back in the day when there were hangouts every day and people would bring it up. And I'm sitting there, wait a second. Has anyone thought this through? I said, even on a globe, right? The stars.
Yeah, that's what. How would it even work? Hypothetically, assuming that it was a globe, like how would that account for?
It doesn't.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, that's what I sat there and I said, well, wait a second. Am I missing something here? I said, wait a second. Aren't all the stars and the sun and the moon going in the same direction on a globe? I mean, save for Polaris. Right? And I sat there and I remember bringing this up to Texas. I said, dude, can I run this? Am I missing something here? And he said, no, you're not missing anything, man. He goes, yeah, I get what because I told him, I said, what the problem was is that the ballers were getting confused between clockwise and counterclockwise and actual directions like east and west and north and south. So counterclockwise and clockwise aren't objective directions, right? They're relative directions like left and right, forward and backward. Right. They still, some of them still do it. And I'm shocked when I hear it. I said, dudes, even on a flat versus, it doesn't matter. You got the directions wrong. Because they're not actual directions. It's just based on, if they say counterclockwise and clockwise, well, that's just dependent or relative on which direction you're facing and where you're looking, right?
Yeah, your location and your perspective from that. That line of perception.
Yeah, it's funny. Somebody's got a mic open. It's funny because
about face.
It's funny because they're not. Hold up a second, Cret. It's funny because what they're actually saying, they're implying, they're not actually saying it, but the direct implication is that in one hemisphere, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and then the other hemisphere, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east.
Crazy. But if you can just look at why, if you can see it's the stars moving and not us, why can't they move in the way they're moving? I mean, they move independently of each other. Like, what point of view?
Yep. That point goes down to tubes real quick, man. You can kill it really quick. Say, use the sun rising in the east and west, or in west and east. Use that on them. And hopefully it'll embarrass. Go ahead.
What were you saying? Can you repeat it?
Yeah, what they're like I said, they're not saying it explicitly. It's the implication of their clockwise, counterclockwise confusion is that what they're saying actually is that the sun in one hemisphere versus the other hemisphere, which is begging question fallacy, but I digress. In one hemisphere versus the other hemisphere, in one, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, but in the other one, it rises in the west and sets in the east. Which is
using their perspective of logic that they're accounting for this.
Yeah, with the counterclockwise and clockwise, yes. So that's an easy way to dash it out and really have a lot of fun with it. Anything else?
No, that was good.
You're welcome. Betty.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there?
Anybody out there? Oh, I haven't seen your son question anymore. So. No.
Oh, he didn't bring it. Yeah, I tried to look for it before, but I couldn't bring it back up. I made a mental note, and then I got off on a tangent, and there it goes.
Oh, it happens. Oh, if it was a really important question, people would post it again, I think.
I think I'm getting close. I think I'm getting the answers. Hold on. Somebody's mic's popping.
Yeah, it's the dice low. I think that he.
Oh, I apologize. I'm typing.
Dice low, go on mute, dude.
Come on mute, dude.
Oh, my bad, bro.
That's all right. Don't let it happen again.
Are you reading the chat now?
I am. I'm reading the answers, but I can't get to the question. Like I said, my face is up against this computer. You know what? I'm not even going to look for it. I said.
Well, we got some 100 people here, so they're all posting. If they are posting, then it's convoluted a little bit.
Yeah. It's hard to find. It's like a needle in a haystack. I should have marked the name, but I didn't.
I do know one thing.
Hold on. Go ahead. Who was that deep one? Was that Aramistan?
Yeah, I was going to get, voice one of my frustration from the flat earth side, which I hear a lot is some flat earthers will put forth a model, which opens up a whole door to frustrations and straw men.
Yeah.
I just wish that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that's a problem. You're right. Yes. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the times I plainly state I do not ascribe to any model or maps, because that's the first thing they try and push on someone.
Yeah, and what they do is, they try to pretend that they have a model, and this is, like I said, this is another thing that happened way back in the day. I told Cathexis, I said, I got sick and tired of hearing it, right? I said, have them show us their model. I mean, actually show it. So whenever they bring up model, you don't even have to go into how train wreck the definition is. They don't even know what it is anyway. But ask them to show their model. It's not going to happen. Right? So their little pretend game that they got something back in the hopper, they got a model to compare against the one they're requesting from you. No, they don't got anything. Just ask them to show their model. And then just watch everything circle the drain at light speed. A lot of names are going to be called, but you can handle it.
Yeah, but I remember that when I was still a glober, right, back in the day, and some people told me that how to sort of picture it on some of the things on a flat Earth. You have to sort of unsee what you always saw as a globe, right? And it can help to see a flat plane with the sun, planets, and all the stars rotating above.
Yeah.
So that might not be a scientific model, right? But it is modeling sort of. This is sort of modeling or sort of imagining how things would look on a flat Earth, and it can help people to come off the globe and on the flat plane again.
You said
Before I got
hold on. You said when you were a Glober, Betty. When was that?
Right before 2014.
So let me tell you. Thank you for. As soon as you said that, not the 2014, your other statement, I said. Remember, I said I was going to shout you out, ladies and gentlemen. Our beautiful Betty Van Velsen has been a flat earther since when?
2014.
2014. She was one of the initial flat earthers. Now,
there were only 3 people on the internet talking about this.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yep. So shout out to Betty. She caught on to this really quick. I bet you no one knew that, Betty. Besides me and you.
I don't know. Maybe I mentioned it once or twice, but
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, there were only three people, and I think that one was a comedian, an artist, Matt Powerland.
Math Powerland. Yep.
Yeah, and we got Mark Sargent was one of the first ones, and Eric Dubé.
Those were the only 3 out there, and then Jaron came not too long after that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was some 25 clues from Mark Sargent, but he had then he did that later on. But there was, and they gave us sort of little sort of animations of how it would look, right? Simplistically saying that, and I think that was a good thing to unsee what you always thought that would be the case, right? Because before I went to these videos, I clicked them away a lot, and every time they got back into my recommended videos to watch, and then finally I said, well, heck, let me watch one of those and have a laugh and go away, and then they showed that, and I thought, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And also with the perspective, right? That's what got me, right? The perspective.
Yes.
Vanishing points and stuff. And once I saw that, and I could unsee and forget about indoctrination of orbits and Milky Ways and whatever. That gave a lot of new ideas, and I could add on to that. So I think that not everybody will initially go to the science first. Some people go on just on seeing what you see with what you have been taught, and just go back to when you were a child and thought, well, okay, we live on a flat plane, right? I think that every kid be taught a globe. Get go.
Who was the one where you can now before you got into Mark Sargent or Eric Dubé or Math Powerland? Did you already know the Earth was, or did one of those guys convince you, or a combination? Which one? Which was it?
Well, I think that I didn't really think about it, right? I think that you said something of the same thing. Right? You don't think about that sort of stuff because you've been taught it in school and stuff. But there was one incident in my youth where I had a really big fight with a girlfriend about the moon being there in daylight. Right? We were walking up to school, and I said, "Well, look at that. That's the moon." She said, "No, it's not." I said, "What?" So we had a big fight about the moon, and I think that I maybe had 3 big fights with her ever since we were friends for 3 years maybe, and then I moved to some other place, so I didn't see her that much anymore. And so we didn't make much fuss about anything, but this was a big thing, and she was a class ahead of me, so she had been taught about the waning of the moon and all these different features of the moon, and she said, well, it can't be the moon because it should be there, and this can't be the moon. So she was already being indoctrinated. And I said, well, if that is not the moon, then what is it? And she couldn't answer. She was in a headlock, or how would you say that? In a sort of stupor about
In a,
that.
A
she was
stupor.
in a cognitive. She's in a
Yeah,
cognitive
cognitive
dissonance
dissonance.
stance.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, and we had a big fight, and we she couldn't just get her head around it that the sun and the moon were all both above the horizon. It couldn't be in her understanding of what was being taught.
So
And
so go ahead. Go ahead.
so later on, when I was watching these clips about Mark Sargent and Edwin Bay, that came back up, and I thought, oh, righty then. Now I know. Now I know why she was responding that way, because I didn't understand why she couldn't sort of admit that that was the moon. So all these ballers that are sort of in that same position, they want to hold to their beliefs basically, because that's been taught. It's been grinded in.
Yep. So did I get an answer?
For what?
I asked you. Did you come into this already knowing the earth was flat, or did a single individual, one of those three, or a combination of those three, finally convince you and say, you know what? The earth's flat.
Yeah, it's the combination of the three of them. And
That's
I
the
just wanted to,
right.
yeah, I wanted to see more and more. And there was in the beginning, there was only 3 videos of it from 3 different people, and nothing more information. And then it is sort of exploded. More people made videos and made all kinds of animations, and then the whole live shows came about where big discussions and these big platforms where people got hooted out and screamed at. I
Yeah.
remember you on Robert Bassano afterwards, and then going to the other platforms to try to get your arguments out, and you never could because you were always overrun with the whole crowd that was in the Google Hangouts being muted and yeah, laughed at, and
Sniped.
you sniped. Yeah, you wanted to get your screen share out, and they would not do it, or they would do it but just intervene the whole time. And I was just watching that because I wanted you to have your own platform, to basically show your stuff, so that I could finally see what it was all about, because there was many interesting things that had to do with the science about all this. So and then you add that on, and then it makes the whole thing complete. The whole globe fell apart like a house of cards.
Right. It gets a complete picture. Yeah. Those were the fun days, weren't they? It exploded. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it exploded right at the beginning of 2016. I missed the initial explosion, but I caught on real quick.
Yeah. Well, you were fighting other fights on evolution, I think.
Yep.
Agree. Yeah. Well, I think that yeah, there's a big revelation going on throughout, right? And that I think that many flat earthers know that they can't be fooled in the science part now, because of you, and can sort of extrapolate that to other subjects of science that people now propagate it's true, but it's totally false, right?
Exactly. Yep.
I know,
And
speaking to what
once you unsee, right? You cannot unsee what you see once you're there, once you're on the other side. People say, well, why just to go back on the globe? And I said, well, I can't unsee what I see.
that's a comprehensive answer. Thanks, Betty. A lot of good
Yeah.
information there, but you were like the first lady of Flat Earth.
And guess who's now in the chat, right?
Who?
The Adam Meekin.
Oh, Adam, because we're about to close up shop there, brother.
Yeah, apologies, dude. I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself, bit worse for wear. Dodgy pizza, I reckon, last night. So yeah, yeah, nicely timed. I've done it then, have I?
Yeah, that's great
I'm on.
timing. You got 4 minutes.
Apologies. 4 minutes to say nothing profound. I can achieve that easily.
Yes, sir.
More than enough time. You can just stop time quickly.
Heavy bit of muscle.
Well,
Change,
we just heard the story from the first lady of the Flat Earth, Betty. 2014, she started in on this.
Yep.
I think that beats me.
Yep.
By yeah.
Whoa.
I think it was
So
like
what you're
15.
saying is, hold on. So what you're saying is you're the second lady of Flat Earth?
Well, I mean, I might look better in hot pants, but not a dress. So,
We want to see pictures.
You can wear a toga.
only to a party.
When
Loose-
was your first meet up with the Flat Earth, Adam?
I'd say it was with some common law dudes, and he just said, because I was still a bit of a geek then, but even doing that stuff, and he said, "Yeah, this will mess with your head, science boy." So it was just, I think, like most people, put to me as a challenge that I duly went off to smash quite promptly, and then ended up pondering. And then, you know, back then there wasn't like YouTube or anything. It was, I didn't even really watch YouTube back then. I did a bit of Twittering because of stuff. So I met up with like John Savage and Walt and that from before Iron Realm existed again. We met up there on Twitter, and then so yeah, so it'll be 2015, 2016 when Iron Realm started, weren't it? I think.
So you were in the free man on the land routine.
Yeah. So, but more, yeah, sort of. Not in that.
No.
Not in that fullest sense of that, but certainly in common law, in supporting people and looking at the corruption systems, and trying to support people that like that, but not necessarily pushing for common law, because I don't think it's that simple. I think that's it.
Right.
It's waved as a magic wand, but I don't think everything's quite as simple as that. So
Sure.
but certainly, look, I think like most people look into I think naively back then, you know, there's the reality. I mean, Nathan's the basics, but you can't want to change out. So naively trying to change things from within, which I think is how the system wants you to play. Designed for that. Yeah, it was a challenge. Yeah, I've never met.
It's a challenge that I never met. That's yeah. Cool, man. All right. Well, listen, we've been going for almost 90 minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up. So channel shout outs, final thoughts, that's last thoughts. Did you go down the list? Except the last one on the list. You don't speak in here. The Alliance Surat. So, Aramistan, final thought, quickly, make it concise. Any channel shout outs, anything you want to say? Go for it, quick.
Nope, I'm good. Just love the audience.
Cool, man. Arwen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Barely been part of the hangout, just like Adam. But yeah, I still do a daily show, the Flat Earth Early Bird Show, 1 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. I'm very interactive with the panel. It's really just become a live panel interaction or a chat interaction. I interact with the chat very directly. And yeah, I hope to see you there. My channel is RWIJN. So
Can you interact with the chat and put the link to your channel in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I will.
Yep. Brian.
Thanks, QE, and respect to Betty for getting into this so early. My channel is Brian's Logic on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And the gyro compass is back. Thank you.
Creation Bear.
Great job, QE. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yep. Crit.
Yeah, really great open forum. Change of the platform a little bit, let people kind of off the cuff questions. It was really nice. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, man. Who is that?
It's a new guy.
No, I don't think so. Die slow.
Yo.
Any final thoughts? This was just an open hangout. We're just relaxing and just talking back and forth. Do you have a channel? Anything you want to shout out? Anything?
Nope. Just listening and observing. I don't really have many thoughts. Kind of vanish out of my head.
Thanks, man. FE Batman. 100%. FE Batman 100.
You got another super chat, by the way.
We'll get to Betty. We'll get to Betty in the end. Don't spoil it for her. Flatzoid. Final thoughts. Channel shoutouts.
Yeah, my channel is Flatzoid FE. Haven't put any content this year yet, but planning on some few. I want to say thanks for letting me have it on. I like it. Having enjoying this.
Cool, man. Adam.
Oh, I don't have a channel anymore, but you'll see me pimping around places. You hear at the debates, and this week I promised about old school. Actually, I'm going on Sun and Moon Family United, which is again a good 4 or 5 year old channel. One of the ones when there was few of us kicking around. Her name's Karen. I'm going to pop out. I'll pop the thing now in the channel link there. So I'm going to be popping over there and you can speak to people I spoke to. Oh, good 2 or more years, I should think. So face to face. So yeah, old school channel over there. But yeah, who knows?
Thanks, Adam. Betty, final thoughts and channel admin.
Yeah, I do want to give the one that you just skipped a chance because he is a flat earther, he says. Wanted the flat earth world.
Who is it?
That got the S. So I muted you. Maybe you can talk.
Yeah, argument QE about the perspective from west to east versus east to west, from northern to southern, and yeah, you should be checking out the live stream. Yeah, live stream chat.
Okay, that's Die Slow. I thought you were talking about the other guy, Betty.
Yeah, he's not talking, so can go move on. I have that super chat for you. Let me see what it says. From James Richard, and he says, "Where would flat Earth be without the historic QE?" I thought perhaps
Hey,
Stefan, he says, for posting a video in chat 1. Maybe you can pull some strings for me, QE. All right.
Let me check that one. Hold on a second. I got what?
Got what?
Hey, James, go ahead and PM me. If you're still out there, go ahead and PM me, remind me, and I'll get back to the PM this afternoon. I'll hook you up. Not a problem. Thanks for the super chat, man. Final thoughts, Betty, right. And any channel shout outs?
Yeah, of course, from my Discord server.
Flat Earth
Debate Science versus Pseudoscience. And I have a Discord server where flat earthers and globers can talk. Got moderators from the globe side and from the flat Earth side. So we are trying to keep it fair, although sometimes there's some person that is going to woodshed some people.
No.
But it's for a learning course.
That's
Disciplining.
that's exactly right. Thanks, Betty. Anything else?
I don't think so. No. That's it.
All right, we're gonna roll on out. Thanks, guys, for coming. Thanks for all the panel members. Ballbusters this week on Saturday. I think we might finish up the creator versus atheism presentation. So if everything goes according to plan, that's what we're gonna end up with on Ballbusters on Saturday at 2 p.m. U.S. Central and 8 p.m. UK. So take no prisoners. No quarter will be asked, none shall be given. And remember, I'll be back.
You